Bentornati! Welcome back to Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. We are here with Tim Knudsen just outside the very small village of Kennebank, which in the latest installment we thoroughly looted of all their food, and that was a lot of food. Also many other things, tools and stuff. So all in all, a pretty good run. We stocked on a lot of very interesting and, well, not actually really interesting, but really useful things. We are still lacking some of the really interesting stuff, like for example, advanced tools like the blowtorch, something that can help us progress in the crafting. One of the other things that we are missing, for example, is a simple soldering iron, which is something required to work on electronics and stuff like that. Anyway, there's still much to explore in the vicinity. There is a possibly interesting site at the edge of our vision in here. This is a dairy farm. And I think with the vehicle we can safely ride through Kennebank. There were a few zombies still standing on the western side of Kennebank, but I'm pretty sure that we can either bump them over or just ride away from them if we just jump inside our mobile meth lab. Let's start the engine. Accelerate. We still don't want to go too fast. We should try to avoid a couple of vehicles on the road. We stop because there's a tough zombie on the south, but that's not too concerning. We are riding away from it. We are driving actually, we're not riding per se. In front of us, yes, now I remember, there was a bloated zombie. We do not want to get too near that because bloated zombies explode into noxious gas. There is also a zombie cop, but I think we can avoid all of them. Yes, I think we managed to effectively leave them behind. I'm seeing something on the right side of the road. Let's see if I can... Oh, it's just a flyer. It's just a flyer. So nothing interesting in here. Let's drive on toward the dairy farm. There's a body site with a Migo. We already encountered a Migo. Migos are tough, but they are no match for a high-speed inbound mobile meth lab. So let's try to align the front of the vehicle with the Eldritch Fiend and, yes, make short work of him or it. Let's now decelerate to a safe speed. And then stop driving and dismount the vehicle. Alright, let's zoom in a little bit. We have the body of a dead Migo in here, damaged corpse of a Migo. It is also damaged because we not only impacted strongly, fast enough to kill it, but also it went under the wheels. Any object that goes under the wheel of a heavy enough vehicle will be damaged. I mean, for corpses, that's not a big deal unless you were actually hunting and and wanting to use the carcass of the animal, but for items that could be a problem, because maybe you wanted that item whole or in a good condition. What is this SICP? It's a classic text, the structure and interpretation of computer program. This sounds like a very high-level book. So let's get this. Nothing else of interesting on this body. A hydrogen canister. I don't know what is that used for, but sounds very useful. Lab coat. Usually these sites have bodies that once belonged to scientists. A vortex device. And a science ID card. Okay, this is really good. Science ID cards are used to safely enter laboratories, science labs. And in science labs, you can find a lot of science things, which can be good or also really bad. Some of the experiments are actually the origin of the cataclysm at large. A vortex device. Let's read this. This is a small, hefty, boring-looking machine. Its weighted trapezoidal frame has a single on-off switch and a speed dial, and on top of it sits a rubber receptacle. Pressing a test tube into the receptacle would, with power, rapidly shake and mix the contents of the test tube. It's surprisingly fun to use. Okay, so this is a centrifuge, basically, right? Or something like that. And it can be disassembled. Let's take it. I don't know if it's used like a tool to craft or something like that. The name seemed to imply a more arcane use, but it actually wasn't like that. It's probably just lab equipment. 200 units of solder. That will be useful as soon as we find a soldering iron, and we get a second science ID card, which is very, very, very good. A pair of boots in not too shabby condition. They fit and only provide 6 encumbrance, which is actually really good for us. Our current boots, which are the combat boots, are really good for armor, but it's 15 encumbrance. I say we swap. Let's see, first of all, if we have anything else of interesting around. Where's this car buyer guide? Is inside. So let's get in here first. Let's go towards our vehicle and let's take off the bulky boots, which are called combat boots. What are they? Pair of combat boots. That's why I didn't see it. I want to wear the normal boots. Then I want to drop as loot the combat boots, the solder, the science ID cards, the SICP text, the vortex device, and the hydrogen canister. Let's put everything in the vehicle. Close the door. Now let's see what can we find inside this dairy farm. Let's first of all inspect this vehicle parked outside. It's in dented status, lacks wheels, which unfortunately means they are all busted. I swear it used to be that you could find like vehicles with only one busted wheel and 3 good ones, or 2 and 2 and stuff like that. But it seems, or at least up until now, it has been either all or nothing. But there is a good wheel in the trunk, and I will take it. We'll take it and maybe just drop it in here so that I don't forget. I will forget any of those, so let's just take it and bring it in. Let's drop it in this spot in here. Okay. And that is probably the second pristine 17-inch wheel that we found. I didn't take the scissor jack because we already have one in good condition. There's a cow. There are cows. It is in fact a dairy farm. This could be really good. I'll be honest, I never played around with farm animals in this game, but I know from Reddit and the accounts of other players that there is a viable strategy. Sticking around a farm like this one and just like milking the cows, using the fresh milk for making cheese, making recipes, making butter, and the space in front here could be used as farmland. So this could be a nice spot for a long period base. What is this? What are these machines? This is a milking machine. I didn't even know it was possible to have milking machines in this. And these are tanks. If I'm not mistaken, tanks, like standing tanks like this, can be disassembled and they should yield multiple 60 liters tanks. There's vegetables in here. It's cattle fodder. Yes. I just now realized if there is cattle fodder, it probably means that if you want to stick around here, you have to feed the cows? Maybe? Okay, let's make an experiment. I hope this is not like a tragic mistake, but let's take the cattle fodder. There is a single cow in here. Let's approach. Can I use the cattle fodder? I can place it in here. There's nothing to be fed. Place on the cow. The cow seems to like you. It lets you pat its head and seems friendly. We have a friendly cow. It's amazing. Cow, friendly, aware of your presence. It's quite muscular. And the male can have a violent streak. But, I mean, the graphics seem to indicate they're all cows. Let's see if there's a bull. There are cow pies. They're all cows. No bull. Is the cow coming with me? Nah, not really. Let's leave the cattle fodder in here though. I don't necessarily want to carry cattle fodder around. Okay, this is very nice. This is actually very nice find. We have a cow friend in here and the possibility of a long-term base. This is a bicycle. It's like new. Okay, this is a new bicycle. I got to remember to come back here maybe when I have a few points in mechanic and turn this into a foldable bicycle. Because if it becomes foldable, then I can of course fold it and store it in the trunk of the mobile MATLAB. Canvas sack of commercial fertilizer. Interesting. All things related to farming, of course. Let's see if we can open these other crates with our makeshift crowbar. We can. And we find a hand crank charger. Nice. Again, we find quicklime. Let's take the quicklime. It might come in handy. Is there anything in the dumpsters? No. This door is locked. Let's see if we have more luck with the front door. Not. But we can use... No, I don't want to smash. I want to use my improvised lockpick. As always, we will need to perform multiple attempts. Possibly losing a couple, but eventually the door opens. What do we have in here? A pocket survival guide. Nice. A clamp and a flashlight. Let's take the flashlight. A clamp. This clamp is useful for keeping things still, especially if you have several of them. It has level 1 clamping. This is something new. I never knew there were recipes requiring clamping quality tools. So let's get the clamp. A plastic bag of cotton balls. We will get that too. I saw the safe, but I want to analyze that. Last pair of steel-toed boots. These are really good. Actually, these are better than combat boots. Look at the bash and cut protection and only 10 encumbrance. Surely this is unintended. I mean, steel-toed boots are meant, for working, not exactly for running. While combat boots... Shouldn't combat boots be more comfortable? I don't know. Maybe these are really high-end steel-toed boots. So let's get them. Let's take them. Bikini top, boy shorts, another pair of boots, pair of work gloves. I will still take, well, I will take for a long time leather items, because they are usually the base of armor recipes. So is this a gun safe? This can be picked. This can be picked. Should we try? Yes. The gun safe stumps your efforts to pick it. Can I do it like this, using the... There's nothing to pick, so I have to interact with it. Yes. This will be a long process, because I have to do E, then select the gun safe, pick, yes. You successfully unlocked the gun safe. This was not a great save. And there was nothing into it. Good, cool. A very easy to pick empty save. Dried beans. I can have dried beans. There is a thermos. I don't know what use we could have for a thermos, but it's a steel container for 1 liter. Sugary cereals. I mean, we already have a little bit of junk food. More bird eggs. Dark cola. Sure. And nothing else, it seems. This door is locked. Alright. This was something. When I saw like farm, I really hoped for more like farm stuff, like in terms of tools, like a hatchet or something like that, but it didn't happen. What is this tea? There's an apple orchard. There's an orchard, so maybe more chances of finding farming implements. Let's get there. Let's unload our finds inside the vehicle. Do I wanna switch again for the steel-toed boots? Maybe I won't. So, for the second time, in a short amount of time. Let's take off the pair of boots. And now let's wear the steel-toed. I can use the... Yes. Boot, not boy... Boot. Not boy boot. Boot, okay. I can filter. Steel-toed boots, yes. Now, drop. Thermos. This stuff, the food. All this stuff. And... hand crank charger. Flashlight, clamp. Alright. Do I need to use a vehicle to go there? I can walk. I can walk towards there's a fox and a bat. Even if it's in red, I don't think a fox is really or will be really aggressive towards us. Let's bring the vehicle near there anyway though. The vehicle is our best chance of escaping a dangerous encounter. So this is the orchard. I hope there's also some form of a zombie military pilot to the north. Because there is an helicopter crash. Let's not get too close to it. Oh, the mobile math lab's frame rams into the underbrush. No big deal if it's only underbrush, but you don't want to do that with, I don't know, trees. So there's a Labrador mutt that is running from the vehicle, and there's a bunch of wild cows and a moose. Now, mooses in this game, much like in real life, are a little bit terrifying. So where is the moose? Here we have the Labrador, right? No, this is a crow. There's a crow on the ground. Yeah, if I zoom in, it's pretty much visible that it's a crow. And then there are Labradors and cows. They are all ignoring me though, so that's good. Let's look at the map. Can I see anything else? Trailhead. I'm not seeing any building around the orchard. That's the moose. Now, a moose you don't want to encounter on your own, on foot. Mooses can kill you in, I don't know, 3 to 5 hits. However, they're not monsters. They're still animals. So the best strategy when confronted with a moose is just make noise, shout, fire a gun in any direction. There's a good chance the moose will just run away. I don't think it will attack the vehicle. I'm surprised. Wait a second. Okay, I'm seeing zombies, which I wasn't seeing before. Here in the south. A couple of feral runners. However, there's also a bunch of animals around here. So that's a protection. And the moose is coming towards us. No, not really. So let's get to a safe distance and then watch. There's a vehicles with solar panels. Let's turn around. stop the vehicle here for a second. Yeah, we spotted the moose. That's potentially dangerous, but it's pretty far. So the moose is staying there. I would like to see, before getting to checking the vehicle or anything like that. Okay, the moose is going towards the zombies. As you saw right there, that zombie died pretty much instantly, and now this dog is coming towards us and the moose is hostile. Okay, we want to retreat. The moose just trampled the dog. This is bad. It's charging us. Let's run back inside. Close. And let's try this. Let's... Okay. Let's honk the horn. I don't know. I hope that would scare. It didn't scare the moose at all, but fortunately we can outrun a moose while in a vehicle. What is it doing now? Slightly injured. There's still a zombie somewhere. I would like to pulp that one, but it won't raise like in a matter of seconds. The dog in here now counts as hostile. And this is the other zombie, already moderately injured. I don't know what I just trampled. I didn't notice anything there, but I may have trampled the carcass of a dog. Guys, I'm just trying to drive through here, right? Seems like we lost a piece there. What is this? Oh no, it's a sharp rock. We can also see a fat zombie somewhere. In here, yeah. This is a little bit chaotic. Let's try and drive in reverse. Why is the dog coming toward the car? I don't understand. Come on. That is a bit silly. I can like imagine like a dog wanting to attack a person on foot if it's very hungry, but attacking a car is a little bit of a stretch. So let's park in here. Actually, let's try and park in reverse. Oops, no. Go backwards first and go in reverse. Okay, and park in here. Stop driving. Now, where's that fat zombie? Where are you? I wanna know where you are so that you don't surprise me later. Totally on the other side of the road. Wait, I'm still running? Let's not do that. I'm out of stamina. That is not ideal. So let's get in the vehicle actually. And let's wait in here until we catch our breath again. Okay. Right. Let's explore.